Today is the first day of the Institute of International Finance Group 20 Conference in Shanghai. It's a warm-up for the upcoming meeting for the group's finance ministers and also central bank governors. And for more on that, let's go to our reporter Xu Wenjing in Shanghai. Hello there, Wenjing. What can we expect from this conference?
Hi, Doning. We know that the world economy has an unpleasant start. In 2016, global stocks are slumping, oil prices hit a 10-year low, and the values in currencies in emerging markets have been very volatile. The IFF conference offered a good forum for business leaders and officials to discuss and share perspectives on topics under G20 agenda. For example, in today's morning session, Mr. Zhu Guangyao, Vice Minister of Chinese Ministry of Finance, emphasized that the fiscal policy will play a bigger role in China's economy in the future, and also he stressed on coordination. He also mentioned that the current tension in China's economy is caused by China's internal economic challenge, which is structural adjustment, and he's sure that this transition will enable China's economy move toward a sustainable growth, and this will surely benefit the world economy. And many other important figures will show up. For example, Mr. Zhou Xiaochuan, governor from People's Bank of China, will make a speech tomorrow. We know that the fluctuation of Chinese stock market and the depreciation of yuan has been among favorite topics among global media. But in his most recent talk, he said that he saw no basis for further depreciation of RMB, and also we'll hear talks from Christine Lagarde, Managing Director from International Monetary Fund, and she's calling for the financial chiefs meeting in Shanghai to focus on global economic spillovers, and also calling for a better coordination in fiscal policies and structural reform.
Right, and Wenjing, the IMF and the OECD have both cut the economic growth forecast in 2016 over disappointing data indeed. And what do we really need from the G20 finance leaders meeting?
Exactly. What the global economy is facing now is sluggish demand, weak investment, and high risk in financial instability, and among which the high risk in financial instability is essential. Economists, they are calling for a strong collective response to fighting the sagging global growth. And we know that growth in developing economies has reached the slowest pace since the global financial crisis in 2008, and the trend of global growth has shifted towards the developed economies. And we know that the emerging markets has always been the best hope of the global economy. But in 2015, nearly $1 trillion investment capital has been flooded from emerging markets. It's the first net outflow in 27 years. We know that G20 member countries, they represent over 85% of the global GDP and over 75% of global trade, and covers 2/3 of the world's population. So people, they are hoping that this financial chiefs meeting in China, amid such a gloomy world economic picture in general, those policymakers, they could steer the global economy towards certainty and stability if they can agree together and to take some politically difficult steps. Doning.
Thank you very much, Xu Wenjing, reporting from Shanghai about the Institute of International Finance Group 20 Conference that is currently going on there.